Hey guys, welcome back to Real Auto Solutions. My name's Jack. Thanks for joining me. And today we have got my own personal car, Toyota Hilux. We're just going to change the fuel filter on it. So essentially going to show you how to change diesel fuel filter. So you want to locate your fuel filter. Generally in a diesel they're pretty obvious. It can be in the engine bay, big canister style. Some of them can be under the car, and yeah, so in this particular case, this is where this one is. So you got two hoses, one's coming in, one's going out, and you can see the indication of it going out, and this will be out to the fuel pump. This will be up from the fuel tank. So inside here is a little filter element. We have our flow sensor here, and underneath this one, which actually connects underneath here, goes to our water level sensor. So we're going to change this. First things first, we're just going to disconnect our electrical connectors. What you want to do is push it in, and you can see that there's some pin tension on there. Push it in and it helps you be able to pull it up. Then you can pop that off. Same with your other one down the back here. Push it in and pop that out. This little clamp, easy to get off. Twist your hose. This one we're going to need some pliers because it's a bit shallow, a bit more spring tension on that one. And we'll pop that hose off too. I'll just grab some pliers. So we've got our, well, these are just bull nose pliers. Squeeze that off. Twist this hose. Pop that one off. This one we already twisted. Pop that one off. So usually I just take it off. You want to stick your hoses up just so they don't leak any diesel. Hopefully that one doesn't stay there. Pop this filter up, and now we've got our filter housing, and essentially we need to take the filter element out of the housing. So in some cases what you'll find, see if we've got one arrow, two arrows, and then another set of arrows down the bottom here, and they all have to line up because the orientation of this bracket and these hoses and the electrical connectors can be in the wrong spot if you get those mixed up. So have a look before, and generally if you have a plastic filter housing like this, you'll have some markings on there. And we just want to twist that apart. And I'll just grab a oil straightener. Twist that off. Pull it apart pretty easy. And filter's looking reasonably dirty. So what actually is the filtering? It's filtering what's called diesel bug, and diesel bug essentially is made in diesel fuel because it's made from crude oil. You have microorganisms living in that diesel crude oil. You have microorganisms in that, and as it's refined, the diesel bug is essentially still part of it. The microorganisms are part of it, sorry, and then when you get diesel to your fuel tank and you eventually makes its way into your car, the diesel high pressure portion of it, so you got diesel and then the high pressure fuel comes up into the fuel pump. The pressure creates heat, and then from your return portion of your diesel fuel system returns back into the tank. That ends up heating the tank, and then overnight you get condensation. That process essentially repeats itself, and diesel bug grows with heat, moisture, and it also has that, it's already part of the diesel in its microorganism form, and that creates diesel bug, which essentially is like an algae, and it can be corrosive to your fuel injectors and your fuel pump if it gets too far along. So this is ready to be changed out, and we'll pop that in there. So now we'll just have a look inside here. Doesn't look too bad, and we just want to give that a bit of a clean though. We have our fuel seal here. Just want to lift the seal off, just like that. Pop that in there. I'm just going to spray some degreaser in there and give that a clean out. So I just got some cheap auto parts degreaser. What I usually like to do put this like this. Now that our seal's off, we can essentially put this lid on easily. Just give this a bit of a shake and agitate any of that dirt and debris. Pull that in there. And then either with a clean rag or a compressed air line, we just want to clean that and get that dry. Just give that a nice wipe out. I think what we'll do in this case is I will turn the compressor on. I'll just spray that out. Is it the end of the world? No. Just better to be a little bit, well, this is my own personal car. I would be more thorough on a customer's car. So we'll just give that a little blowout. So, looks a lot better. For your DIYers, wiping it out with a rag would be acceptable if you don't have a compressor. Don't stress about it too much. Got our new filter element. Comes packaged nicely. And quite simply, pop that in there, just give it a little spin, make sure it's seated. Got one seal, two seal, and then your third and final seal. Just like that. And then you need to line up your arrows. So arrow, arrow. And then what I usually do, I just put a little bit of CRC on the O-ring here just to help it seat. And then push this together. And put our ring on. And now we have all of our arrows lined up again. We'll go and install this back in the car. Now I realised before, when I was up here, I didn't really have the filter in the shot, the filter housing. Doesn't really matter. You guys understand. Now we'll just put this back in here. You can put it in this slot if you want to, or you can slot it straight down. Again, it doesn't really matter, whatever you prefer. Make sure it's seated. Pop your your flow connector on, your water connector on, and then this one being the inlet. We'll pop this on, put your clamp on, and then on you've got to prime the system now. I've got to get all the air out. So we'll just pump this. You can feel the fuel, you can hear the fuel. Once that's firm, that's done. And obviously we'll just degrease that bit of diesel. We'll just fire it up. That sounded like it had no compression. That was weird. That is very, very odd. I know what the issue is. So that key, I've got 3 keys on this key ring. This one doesn't start the car. So of course I picked a bad key, but minor mishap. There we go. That's how you do it. Anyway, maybe next we'll change the drive belt. Soon we're going to be doing some other things to this, front mount intercooler and some other go fast parts, and yeah, it should be fun. Anyway, consider liking and subscribing. Catch you at the next one. Take care.